Gray aliens, also referred to as Greys, Roswell Greys, and Zeta Reticulans, are typically seen as perpetrators when people report incidents of close encounters or claims of abduction. They are believed to be of extraterrestrial, extra-dimensional, or even time travelers from a future Earth. Greys are typically depicted as gray-skinned, diminutive humanoid beings that possess reduced forms of, or completely lack of external human body parts such as noses, ears, or sex organs. Their bodies are usually depicted as being long, having a small chest, and lacking in muscular definition and visible skeletal structure. Their legs are depicted as being shorter and jointed differently from humans, with limbs proportionally different from a human being. The Greys are said to abduct sleeping victims from their beds and take them away to strange, often terrifying places to experiment on them. These experiences are often forgotten by the victim when they wake up in their bed. Physical reminders are often left on their bodies, though, like bruises, incisions, punctures, or triangular burns, which are most common. These reminders are often what turns the memory of a harmless nightmare into a cold, horrifying reality. Some abductees have said their captors took them to a nightmarish place, where ungodly creatures exist detained in cells or brought up in nurseries, humans tortured in various ways behind every window, and far more unspeakable things. The Greys then threaten their abductees with such fates unless they comply. Greys are said to fly around in what are referred to as unidentified aerial phenomena, or UAPs. They are said to have technology that is more advanced than ours. They also show a disturbingly shocking resemblance to the rake. The origin of aliens may date back hundreds, if not thousands, or even millions of years. The ancient astronaut theory states that intelligent extraterrestrial beings visited Earth and made contact with humans in antiquity and prehistoric times. These theorists suggest that this contact influenced the development of modern cultures, technologies, religions, and possibly our own human biology. A common position is that deities from most, if not all religions, are extraterrestrial in origin, and that advanced technologies brought to Earth by ancient astronauts were interpreted as evidence of the divine. The first mention of gray aliens seems to go back to the late 19th century. In 1891, the novel Meda, A Tale of the Future, was published by Kenneth Follingsby, in which the narrator encountered small, gray-skinned aliens with heads resembling balloons. In 1893, H.G. Wells presented a description of humanity's future appearance in the article The Man of the Year Million, describing humans as having no mouths, noses, or hair, and with large heads. In 1895, Wells also depicted them as a successor species to humanity, called the Eloi, in his novel The Time Machine. Around 1917, occultist Aleister Crowley described a meeting with what he termed a preternatural entity named Lamb that was similar in appearance to the modern Grey. Crowley believed he had contacted the entity through a process he called the Amelantra workings, which he thought could be used to contact beings from other planets or even dimensions. Other occultists and ufologists, many of whom have linked Lamb to other Grey encounters, have since described their own visitations from him, with one describing the being as a cold, computer-like intelligence, utterly beyond human comprehension. In 1933, the Swedish novelist Gustav Sandgren, using a pen name Gabriel Lind, published a science fiction novel called The Unknown Danger. in which he describes a race of extraterrestrials who wore clothes made of soft gray fabric and were short, with big bald heads and large, dark, gleaming eyes. The novel, aimed at young readers, included illustrations of the imagined aliens. This description would become the template, among which the popular image of gray aliens is based. The big question we have to ask is, what are the Greys and why are they here? Could they be nothing more than hallucinations or lucid dreams? Or could they be actual beings from another planet or even another dimension? Scarier or not, it could be that the Greys are humans from a possible future that have come back to study their past. Some theories claim that the Greys and the US government are working together, getting select technology in exchange for amnesty. The rumors of Dulce Base claim the two work together on projects related to genetic manipulation in humans, focusing on engineering and mutation. It is a leading theory, though, that because they do not seem to have reproductive organs, the Greys abduct and experiment on humans in an effort to keep the Grey species alive. Could the Greys be using our own genetic material to continue their own existence? Many women claim to have their unborn children stolen from them and then presented to them after being infused with Grey DNA. These Grey human hybrids look so much like us that we would never be able to spot the difference. These hybrids may even exist on Earth as we speak, cohabitating our streets and cities. Are we aliens ourselves? Or is this a way to invade the planet without firing a shot? Do Grey aliens see humans as their last hope of preserving their species? Or could it be the Greys are just curious and enjoy experimenting on us? It has even been proposed that humans are a food source for them. Could we be just toys or even cattle to these beings? It may be a very long time before we learn the truth. But if the Greys exist, it does seem that we humans have something they want, and they show no signs of stopping anytime soon.